Mother Earth by Trista Hindren. Illustrations by Elizabeth Sletness. Poets warned us, writing of the heartbreaking beauty that will remain when there is no heart to break for it. But what if it is worse than that? What if it's the heartbroken children who remain in a world without beauty? How will they find solace in a world without wild music? How will they thrive without green hills edged with oaks? How will they forgive us for letting frog songs slip away? When my granddaughter looks back at me, I will be on my knees, begging her to say I did all I could. I didn't do all I could have done. It isn't enough to love a child and wish her well. It isn't enough to open my heart to a bird-graced morning. Can I claim to love a morning if I don't protect what creates its beauty? Can I claim to love a child if I don't use all the power of my beating heart to preserve a world that nourishes children's joy? Loving is not a kind of la-di-da. Loving is a sacred trust. To love is to affirm the absolute worth of what you love and to pledge your life to its thriving, to protect it fiercely and faithfully, for all time. Kathleen Dean Moore, from The Call to Forgiveness at the End of the Day. Helene Claire likes to catch ladybugs and pick other people's flowers. She lives in a small green bungalow with her mom and big brother that lacks flowers but is filled with love. Helene's mom is a bit odd. She doesn't drive a car or use a cell phone. All the other mommies wear pretty dresses and high heels. Helene's mom prefers to be barefoot and throws on whatever she grabs first, whether it matches or not. When Helene gives her outfit a skeptical eye, she rolls her head back and laughs hysterically. Helene looks at her crazy attire and starts giggling too. Helene wants to get manicures and go shopping at the mall to buy new clothes. But her mom doesn't like those things, and Helene can't understand why. She says they poison her. They poison the people who make them, and they poison the earth. Helene walks everywhere with her family. Along the way, they stop to pet every single dog they see. Much to the annoyance of her brother, Helene lingers to smell each flower, making wishes on dandelions whenever she can. Why don't more people walk places instead of drive? Helene asks. I think cars should go extinct, not polar bears. One day, Helene and her mom were homesick. They were both seriously grumpy. Helene's mom went to lie in bed. She was happy to finally rest. Helene started shouting at her from the other room. Come here right now! I need you! Helene's mom was tired. She did not like to be yelled at. I will come when you stop shouting, she snapped back. Helene felt more and more angry. Her voice kept getting louder and louder and louder. Her mom stayed in bed, feeling more and more exhausted. You are supposed to be my mom. You are supposed to help me. You are supposed to take care of me. You don't care about me at all, Helene cried. Helene's mom looked down, searching for an answer. I always take care of you, and I always love you, but sometimes you don't treat me that nice. Helene looked down, feeling a little sad. Her mom felt pained just watching her. She realized that sometimes she did not treat her mother that nice either. She expected her mom to be and do everything for her, but she was not giving back as much as she was taking. They both began to cry. Her mother straightened up to tell her a story. In the beginning, there was the first mother. She was round and full and plentiful. Helene's mom spread her arms out around herself to show the fullness of Mother Earth. Helene's eyes widened as her mother continued. She gave birth to all that we see around us, the birds, the sky, the oceans, the kitty cats. She created everything, and she took care of all of it. She worked and she worked and she worked. She was happy to do it. She loved all of her creation. But after thousands of years with no rest, she became tired. Her husband sat on the couch and rested, and then took all the credit for her work. Her children threw their dirty garbage around for her to pick up, unaware of all she was doing to keep the world afloat. They forgot about her needs and took her for granted. Over time, Mother Earth became sick. She could not stop coughing. She could not get out of bed. Her children kept demanding her attention, but she was too ill to help them. Finally, some of her daughters began to notice her absence. They began to deeply miss their mother, but they could not find her. They looked inside their televisions, but she was not there. They tapped frantically on their video games, but she could not reside in a small plastic box. They searched the entire mall, but she wasn't there either. None of those things made them feel any better. They became lost and started to cry. When they stopped all their searching and were still for a while, they remembered some of the lullabies she used to sing to them. Our mother is the forgotten parts of ourselves, they realized. When we hurt our mother, we are hurting ourselves. And when we hurt ourselves, we also hurt her. They began to help their mother clean up the mess that had been made. They taught their brothers how to help them. Slowly, Mother Earth became better and more vibrant. They came to her and knelt at her bed. "Mother, we have missed you," they told her. She smiled. "I have missed you too, my darlings, and I love you more than you can imagine. But I am still very tired," she continued. "I need you to look within yourselves, remember everything I have taught you, and help me so that I can heal. Your video games and electronics are hurting me, and they are hurting other children too. Nearly everything for sale in the malls is poisoning my streams and soil. Someone has to make all these things, and it is often poor children in other parts of the world, working in very bad conditions with toxins that no one should touch. That is the reason that you always need more and that you don't stay happy. When you hurt other people, you hurt me. And when you hurt me, you feel it within yourself. So, take a deep, deep breath. Find that spot in the center of your being where all your power resides. Hold in your breath as long as you can. Repeat this until you feel really, really strong. Then, pick something, one thing, that you can do yourself, or with your sisters and brothers, to help me clean up. Maybe it is watching less TV. Perhaps it is buying used clothes or making your own. Maybe it is helping your mom and dad with the recycling or planting a garden. But whatever it is, do it until you are really good at it, and then add something else. After a while, you will see your brothers and sisters are helping too. And then I will arise from my rest and join you. Helene's mom closed her eyes. The tears were gone. She had found her center again. She looked up and saw that her daughter was looking at her. "I'm sorry," she said. "I'm sorry too," Helene replied. They snuggled in together and sang a song for Mother Earth. They began to hear the birds singing outside their window. As they looked out, they saw beautiful trees rising to the sky and flowers blossoming all over their backyard. Children were running into the center and dancing in a circle. They were singing and laughing. They had come back to Mother Earth, and she embraced them all. "The time has come," the walrus said. "Perhaps things will get worse and then better. Perhaps there's a small god up in heaven readying herself for us. Another world is not only possible, she's on her way. Maybe many of us won't be here to greet her. But on a quiet day, if I listen very carefully, I can hear her breathing." Arundhati Roy.